Very good morning, students. Yes, today you have your English class. In the last class, we completed your grammar part in Unit 3. Yes, voice and question tag. And we completed the prose in Unit 3, that is in celebration of being alive. And also, we completed the poetry, all the words of stage written by William Shakespeare. And you have written one more test and a weekly test also. And today we are going to start the next supplementary novel, that is non-detailed. Okay, it can be called as a supplementary, or it is called as what, a non-detailed drama. And before I start the non-detailed supplementary, the Hour of Truth, let us discuss about the vocabularies in Unit 3, that is in page number 70. Yes, 71. Vocabulary, page number, yes, 71 in your textbook. Clear? See, in page number 71, under vocabulary section, you are given, see, synonyms. See, in page number 70, you have a glossary. See here, in page number 70, you have a glossary, that is for in B, that is, you know very well, the prose in celebration of being alive, the glossary of Unit 3 prose. And there you are given synonyms. And apart from that book back, what are the other synonyms will be given? See, in page number 71, in vocabulary section, you have go through the lesson and spot the words which mean the same as the following. So you will be given the homeworks. Okay, the vocabulary section is your homework. You have to find the word. See, profession in para 1, para 2, para 5, like that. In 13 paragraphs, they are giving 8 words. So you have to find out the meaning, the same word, okay, in that paragraph, and write it in your textbook as your homework. And the section A is finding the synonym. Section B, that is finding antonyms. And C, you know, you are supposed to frame sentences. See, frame illustrative sentences to distinguish the meaning of the words in the following clusters. Distinguish, differentiate. Distinguish means what? Differentiate. So there are 10 clusters are there. Clusters, you know that, like same sound, same spelling, like that. See, career, carrier, courier. Okay, so you have to find out the meaning of the each words, and you have to frame a sentence. Clear? You can use any dictionary. Clear? And you should write the meaning of the word, and you should use the meaning in a sentence, or the same word in a sentence. By using the given word, you can write a sentence, and also you have to distinguish the difference, okay, between these three. Okay, that is what section C. And section D, you know that, fill in the blank. Okay, so there are 8 dashes are there, and for filling the blank, you are given the keywords. So you have to read the question and select the right option from the clue and fill the blank. Okay, the next option is E, that is a form of phrase with each of the following pairs of nouns given below. See, for an example, muscle plus pain, muscle pain. Okay, like that. Glory plus victory, glorious victory. Sense plus issue, sensible issue, like that. You have to convert. Okay, so you have to form a phrase. You have to form a phrase by using the following nouns, muscle and pain. You have, if you started muscle plus pain, muscular pain. Clear? Muscle plus pain, muscular pain. So that you have to make it as a phrase. And option F, fill the empty boxes with suitable words under each word class. See, you are given very clear in page number 73. It is clearly given that noun, verb, adjective, adverb. So a word is given to you, amusement. Clear? So you have to complete the boxes. For an example, amusement is a noun. You have to write the other derivations of amusement. So amusement, what is the verb? Amused or amuse. Clear? Adjective, amusing, amusing. And the adverb, amusingly, like that. Clear? So you have to fill the boxes with its derivations. And option G, error spot. Spot the error in the following sentence and rewrite them correctly. So here you are given 6 sentences and you have to correct the errors and make it as a clear one. Okay, in unit 3, especially in your vocabulary, page number 71 to 73, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exercises are there. It is assigned you as your homework, and complete the homework and try to submit on tomorrow evening class. Okay, and let me start our next short story. You know, the Hour of Truth. You can turn to page number, yes, page number 95 in your text. The page number is what? 95. Page number 95. The next supplementary, that is in unit 3, the Hour. The Hour of Truth, written by, yes, Percival Wilde. Percival Wilde. Okay, the Hour of Truth. You know very well about truth. Yes, saying truth. Believe in a strong belief in a truth. Okay, so what we are advised in the title, you know very well. Truth will win. Okay, truth will win. It never dies. Okay, but it takes a time to win. It takes a long time to reach its success. So we people are advised to follow the truth only. We should not speak any false statement. Though we are given some huge money, we should not be a greedy person. Clear? We should not be a greedy person. We should not go behind the money. We should not live only for money. We should be living our life in a proper way. We should take some promises. Okay? We should live our life with truth. Then only our life will become a successful one. If we speak any false statement, or if we go with false statement, or go with money, at the end of or one day we will be caught and will be given some punishment. Okay, but if you speak truth, we will never be punished, but our success, it will be reaching us in a maybe a late, but at the end we will be living in a successful life. Okay, this is what the title says. Okay, we should not be a greedy person for money, whereas we should not go with a false statement. We should speak the faith. We should be very, very justified. Okay, we should be a honorable person. We should follow our honor. We should not speak any lie. Okay, and this is what the title says us. But before that, let us speak something about the author, that is the writer. Yes, Percival Wilde. Percival Wilde was born in born in 1887, born in 1887 and died in 1953. He was an American writer. He was an American writer and a playwright. Yes, American writer and a playwright. Playwright in the last class, while I was teaching the poem All About the Stage, there I told the word playwright. Playwright means, yes, dramatist. A dramatist or a playwright. A person, one who is writing a drama or one who is writing a play has been called what? Playwright. He is a play. Yes, this the Hour of Truth. This is also under the genre of play. This is not a story. This is not a novel. Clear? The current non-detailed, that is the current supplementary. This is not a novel. This is what a play. Especially it is an one act play. What's it? It is an one act play. Genre is a play. Under play it comes under one act play, which means the play has only one act. Maximum a play can contain 5 to 7 acts. Each act can contain 6 or 7 scenes. Minimum 5 scenes or maximum up to 7 scenes. Okay, so a play must have some acts. If it is in a large, it is in a big play, it must have a maximum 5 to 7 acts, and each acts can contain 5 to 6 or up to the story's depth. The scenes may be extended. Okay, but this Hour of Truth, it's a one act play. This play has only one act. Okay. Yes. He is a playwright. He wrote novels, short stories, and one act plays. Yes, already told you. It is an one act play. One act play. He also authored a textbook on the theatre arts, native to New York, and yes, he was working as a banker. He worked for a time as a banker. So he was working as a bank officer. He was working as a bank officer, and he began writing plays in 1912. So in which year he started to write plays? Started to write plays in 1912. Whilst the plays were especially popular in the Little Theatre movement. See the word Little Theatre movement, which means that his plays were enacted in a drama. Percival Wilde chose to portray the values of life. See what will be his theme of the play? The theme of the play. The theme of the play is what? Yes, the values of life. The values of life, very very important. This is what the theme of the play. The values of life has been considered the maximum theme in his plays or one act play. Especially now the current supplementary, the Hour of Truth, this one act play also has the theme of the value of life. Okay, so this is the common theme in Percival Wilde's plays. Clear? Which theme? The values of life or the moral values of life. That is the common theme in all the works of Percival Wilde. And in this play, the Hour of Truth, here also, what is the theme? Yes, very good. The values of life. Yes, his one act play, yes, I already told you, this is what an one act play. The Hour of Truth is a testimony to his craftsmanship where the three classical unities of time, place and action are observed. See, the very very important thing that if it is a play or if it is a drama, clear, the writer has to concern about the three unities of drama. Clear, there are three unities must be followed. The three unities must be followed. What are the three unities of a drama? Time, place and action. What are they? Time, place and these three in literature. Clear, in literature, time, place, action are considered the three unities of drama. Three unities of drama or play. Yes, already told you the Hour of Truth, that is a drama, that is a play, one act play. Since it's a play, the writer Percival Wilde has concentrated on time, place, action, and it is said that in this play, which play? The Hour of Truth, the three unities are followed. He maintained the rule, that is, he followed unities of time, place, and action are observed. Yes, the climax of the play develops rapidly and ends with a pleasant surprise. Clear. So at the end of the play, that is in the climax, Percival Wilde had given a surprise to the reader. Okay, so we will be dealing with the story, and let me summarize. Percival Wilde was born in 1887 and died in 1953. Yes, he was an American writer and also he was a playwright. Playwright in the sense that a dramatist, and he had written one act play also. One act play in the sense that what? A play which has only one act. Clear. And this drama, The Hour of Truth, this is also an one act play. And for some time, okay, in his life career, for some time, he was working as a bank officer. And as a bank officer, he was working. And in this story, he included this point, bank officer. And this is not a autobiographical story. We can consider it may be an autobiographical because in this play, the characters, those who are playing the important, that is the protagonist or the villain, they are working at a bank. They are working at a bank. So that here he used, this is not an autobiographical element, but here we can get an idea that he had introduced some background he has used for his drama as a bank. And he had a at which year he had started to write dramas. In 1912 he had started to write dramas. And what are the common, so what is the most important theme in all his plays, or what is the common theme of his play? The values of life. The values of life, the moral of our life. And in this play, The Hour of Truth, okay, he had followed the three unities of drama. If it is a drama, that drama must contain or must follow the unities, three unities as per English literature. The regulations of drama. Drama must follow the three unities. What are they? Time, place and action. Yes, these time, place and action is observed in this play. At the end of the play, he has given a surprise. Okay, what is the surprise? Yes, we will be dealing. Okay, let me tell the story. Listen, before I start to tell the story, let me introduce the characters in this play. Okay, let me introduce the characters in this play. Character number 1. Yes, Robert Baldwin. Robert Baldwin. Who is Robert Baldwin? Yes, he is the hero of this play. Okay, yes, protagonist of this play. And who was he? He was the secretary of a bank. He is a hero and a secretary. And what? A secretary of a play. So secretary of a bank. Secretary of a bank. Secretary of a bank. Secretary of a bank. The next character is John Gresham. Yes, John Gresham. John Gresham. Gresham. John Gresham. Who is he? He is the friend of Baldwin. Friend of Baldwin and also a manager of a bank. Manager of a bank. And next, Martha. Who is Martha? Wife to Baldwin. Wife of Baldwin. And next, yes, John. John. Who is John? Son of Baldwin. Next come. Who is she? Yes, Eve. 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 Who is she? Yes, daughter of Baldwin. Daughter of Baldwin. Next, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall. Another important character who comes at the climax. Mr. Marshall. Who is Mr. Marshall? Yes, the president of. Okay, well, who is he? The president of Third National Bank. The president of Third National Bank. Clear? Right. See, they are the important characters in this play. In this play. Listen. Robert Baldwin. Robert Baldwin. Don't forget who is the hero of this play. And also secretary of a bank. Then John Gresham. John Gresham. H. John Gresham, who is a friend of Baldwin. Robert Baldwin and John Gresham, they were very close friends for how many years? For 30 years. Okay, they have been in a close friendship for since 30 years. Okay, for 30 years. And Martha, who is a wife to Robert Baldwin, the hero, and John, son to. See the name of his son, John. So Robert Baldwin named his son John. Why? Because of his friend's remembrance. Okay, for his friendship, to honor their friendship. Okay, Robert Baldwin, to honor their friendship between Robert Baldwin and Gresham, John Gresham, who the hero named his son as what? John. And Eve and another character, Mr. Marshall. Okay, now listen the story. See, honesty. What do you mean by honesty? Yes, being or we should not cross the limit, in the sense that we always should be living in the truth side. Okay, we should not go with any lineness or any false statement, or we should not go with any evil thought. Okay, we should be living only with the truth side. That is what the honest. Whenever you are given a cruel test, cruel test, see, you people, we people are living our life in an honest way, in a honest way, and we know that in our life so many sufferings will come. So, as of here, the hero Robert Baldwin, who is a very honest person and who is also a very sincere person in his job, and he is honest in his job also. So, when a cruel issue, a test, okay, maybe God's play, okay, whenever we are tested, okay, whenever we are tested, because we are honest person, okay, we are living only by honest. Okay, is there any sufferings? How do we manage that situation? Whether we go with that false or we still live with the truth. Whenever we are given the cruel test. Okay, this is what the concept. Listen, Martha and Eve hear that Gresham had been arrested on suspicion of committing a fraud in his bank. They are angry and shocked at the news. See, when the story is started, Martha and Eve, they came to know that who, the wife of Baldwin and daughter to Baldwin, they came to know that John Gresham, who, yes, the friend to Robert Baldwin, he has been arrested. Who? John Gresham was arrested on what case? On the suspicion, okay, suspicion of committing a fraud. Suspicion, 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 having doubt. Okay, suspicion, you know very well, having the meaning of doubtness. Okay, so John Gresham was arrested for what reason? On a suspicion of a fraudulent work done in his bank. Okay, in his bank. So they are angry. Who? Martha and Eve. They are getting angry on hearing this news. What's the news? John Gresham was arrested. For what reason? Yes, because of a suspicion. He had done a fraudulent work at his bank. On hearing this news, Martha and Eve got angry. Why they got angry? Because John Gresham, who was very close to his, close to their, close to Martha, father. Okay, and moreover, I told you in the beginning itself, Robert Baldwin and John Gresham, they are very close friends for nearly 30 years. After Gresham's arrest, Eve and Martha get the news that Donovan, another employee of the bank, has also lost his job. So Donovan, another character, okay, who is another character? Donovan, he is an assistant. Who is Donovan? Assistant in the Third National Bank. Okay, Donovan also lost his job. So Martha and Eve, is in the first time they came to know that John Gresham arrested, and they came to know the reason, and also they got anger. Then immediately they came to know that another character, Donovan, who is an assistant in the bank, he was also lost his job. And the next thing, another senior member of the bank, Baldwin, father of John and Eve, and the husband of Martha, is however believed to be the honest. So there was a fraudulent work happened at the bank, the Third National Bank. Clear, students? There was a fraudulent work happened in the Third National Bank. Okay, and the characters Robert Baldwin, John Gresham, Donovan, those who were working in the bank, clear. And due to a fraudulent work, John Gresham was arrested, and Donovan, who lost his job, and another character, Robert Baldwin, who was a hero of this novel, he is also working in the same bank. And Robert Baldwin, who is believed that he is the honest. Okay, so he is not yet arrested. He is not arrested. And other character, John Gresham, he was strongly arrested, and Donovan lost his job. Baldwin is pressurized by Gresham to falsely declare that he does not remember the facts, but Baldwin refuses to do so. So, now listen, students. John Gresham was arrested on the suspicion, the sense that his culprit work, his fraudulent work is not yet proved. Okay, whose work? John Gresham's work was not yet proved, but he is arrested only on the suspicion. On the base of a doubt, he was arrested, but still now his culprit action was not yet confirmed. But who knows the truth? Robert Baldwin is knowing the truth. Who? He knows the truth. Robert Baldwin knows the truth. So that John Gresham requested his friend, his close friend Robert Baldwin, that whenever the police will inquire you, he should say that he does not remember anything. Okay, he does not remember anything. Okay, John Gresham requested Baldwin that whenever the police will inquire you, he should say that what? I do not remember the fact. I do not remember. Don't forget. So John Gresham asked Robert Baldwin that whenever the police inquires Robert Baldwin, he should say what? I do not remember. But Robert Baldwin, who is a sincere person, who is an honest person, who will not give up his truth for any cause, and he is a great person who is living for the sake of truthness. He never goes behind the greedy persons. Okay, he refused to do so. So Robert Baldwin refused to say a lie, to speak a lie with the police officer. So, in order to persuade Robert Baldwin, persuade, what do you persuade? Persuade. Persuade. Yes, brainwash. Okay. To persuade, to console, okay, to convince. To persuade means what? To convince for himself. John Gresham ready to give how much money? Yes, $100,000 as a bribe. $100,000 as a bribe to Robert Baldwin. See, John Gresham requested Robert Baldwin to speak a lie, that is, I do not remember. But Robert Baldwin refused to speak a lie. So, next step, John Gresham used his cunningness. Okay, he asked Robert Baldwin, if you save me, he is ready to give how much money? A huge bribe. B-R-I-B, yes, you know very well. He is ready to give him a bribe. But a strict person in his principle, he didn't accept the offerings of John Gresham. He didn't accept the dollar. At this point, Gresham understands that it is impossible to persuade Baldwin to accept the bribe. So he twice asked, okay, what are the two offers? Sorry, what is the first thing he has asked? To speak a lie, that is, I do not remember. Next thing, he is, what is his offerings? $100,000. But for these two reasons, for these two requests, Robert Baldwin didn't accept. And John Gresham came to a conclusion that Robert Baldwin, he will not be persuaded. It is impossible to persuade Robert Baldwin for his offerings, he decided. And John and Eve, who John and Eve, John, who is the son to Robert Baldwin, and Eve, daughter to Robert Baldwin, they are tempted by the huge amount. See, John and Eve, they are tempted. After hearing that he will be given $100,000, a huge money, huge amount. John and Eve, they are tempted. They urged, okay, they urged their father to speak a lie for money, because they are a what? Greedy persons. And they try to justify Gresham's act offering Baldwin's as a bribe. See, they are trying, who? John and Eve, trying to justify Gresham's offering to his father. It is a right one. We can accept, father. You accept the bribe, you can accept the money and speak for him. They are justifying. And John says that, who is John? Already told you in the beginning. John has named after John Gresham. Yes. So now he feels that what? It is a shame for me. Okay. John says that he is named after Baldwin's friend Gresham. He will be put to shame for bearing the name of a criminal. So you feel that he is speaking to his father Robert Baldwin and says that, father, you tell that your friend is a criminal. Then why do you keep his name for me? It is a shame for me. He is saying like that. And Martha, that is who? Baldwin's wife, feels that Baldwin is betraying his dear friend Gresham. See, now Martha, for her sake, she is requesting Robert Baldwin that John Gresham is your close friend and you should not betray him. Okay, you should not betray him. And Martha also justifies Gresham's act of offering Baldwin's money. She is also supporting John and Eve. What she is saying? We can accept the money, huge money from John Gresham, and we can save John Gresham. And they are requesting the hero Robert Baldwin to speak a lie. And they are also requesting Robert Baldwin to accept the money. And John accuses Baldwin of betraying his dear friend Gresham. See, now John, again he accused his father that betraying your friend is an evil act. Okay. He adds that Baldwin will not get an employment anywhere. So if you betray him, that is, if Robert Baldwin betrays John Gresham, then Robert Baldwin will not able to get another job. That is highly difficult. So the entire family, Martha, John and Eve, they are supporting John Gresham, and they requested and asked Robert Baldwin to get the money and speak for John Gresham. And even John, what he said, it is a shame for keeping a criminal's name to me. And also, if you betray John Gresham, it is impossible to get another job at a bank. So these are the ways how the family persuades Robert Baldwin and supports John Gresham only for the money purpose, because $100,000, it's a huge amount. Clear? And Baldwin grows ashamed of the greed of his family. So now the hero thinks, he feels ashamed. he feels sorrow because of because of his family members. How the members of his family are greedy persons. They are not supporting me. Okay, that's why he is feeling ashamed. John has the courage to look at him straight in the eye. He compels Baldwin to accept the money offered by Gresham. See, John, who is compelling his father to accept the money, that is $100,000. And Baldwin feels ashamed of himself to Mr. Marshall, the president of the Third National. Another bank comes to his house to convey an important news. See, this is the way how the story moves. And now we are at the climax. When the family members are urging Robert Baldwin to accept the money and speak for John Grisham. And even before I told you that John Grisham, who thought that that is impossible to persuade Robert Baldwin. Mind it? Yes. So John Grisham decided his destiny. And the family members are for money purpose only, they are compelling Robert Baldwin. In this situation, who comes now? Mr. Marshall. Who is he? The president of the Third National Bank. That is another bank. Okay, another bank president who has come to Robert Baldwin's home. And Mr. Marshall told Robert Baldwin that John Grisham accepted, confessed means accepting his faultness. He told them that John Grisham confessed, which means accepted his guilt. Okay, and Marshall informs Baldwin that Grisham has admitted his guilt, as he knew that Baldwin, being an honest and upright man, would never give false testimony. Yes, John Grisham, at the end of the story, John Grisham clearly told that Baldwin will never speak a lie. He is an honest person. So, myself is the culprit. Who speaks? John Grisham. And he admitted his mistake. And because of his honest, who's honest? Robert Baldwin's honest. He did not go for money. Okay, he didn't accept the words of his close friend, and he never mind the words of his entire family, and still he stands for the truth side, and at last truth wins. Truth wins. So Robert Baldwin was given another job in Marshall's bank. The next job was given to Robert Baldwin only because of his truthness, honestness. The third, thus rewarding him for his uprightness. Okay, so the new job was given to Robert Baldwin only because of his uprightness. Okay, did not give up his honest. As a reward, as a reward, as a reward, he has been given a new job. So at the end of the story, what wins? Yes, the truth wins. This is what the hour of truth. Okay, that's the story. See, Robert Baldwin, John Grisham, Martha, John, E. Marshall, and Donovan. See, Robert Baldwin, who is a hero, who is a person of a honest, an upright person, who lives only for truth, never goes for money. Though their family members are supporting his friend as a culprit, but Robert Baldwin did not give up his strength. And at last, John Grisham accepted his guiltiness, and Robert Baldwin believed that he still as an honest person, and as a reward, he was given a new job at a Third National Bank by Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall has come at the climax, and who brought the news of John Grisham accepted his guiltiness. That's all the story. So you are supposed to read the paragraph. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in tomorrow's doubt clearing class. Thank you. So till now we completed 3 units. Okay, so next week, this week you are having Tamil as a weekly test, and next week you'll be having English. Okay, so try to complete the 3rd unit. Clear? Try to study the prose in celebration of being alive and book back exercises. And even today also I told I have given you a homework, that is vocabulary side, and all the words stage, the next the hour of truth, and in between I taught you 2 grammar topics. What are they? Yes, voice and question tag. Clear? And start to your preparation. And for the first 3 units, okay, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, the study materials are already been uploaded in your homework page. Okay, kindly get the study materials for first 3 units and start to your preparation. Study well, stay home, be safe. Thank you, my dears.